Usually, guests will pay for their rooms in advance. Since it is a front desk practice to effect pre-authorization on a guest credit card to cover possible incidental charges, guests seldom incur an unpaid bill. If a guest fails to pay his or her bill, the innkeeper may detain any property brought by the guest to the hotel until the guest pays the sum due.
And innkeepers have right to payment. The innkeeper would charge a price for the accommodation provided to the guest. Besides that, innkeeper can demand payment in advance provided that the requirement is applied to all guests. A would-be a guest that makes a booking online through the website requires payment in advance. If a guest does not make payment when checked out or authorized to change to the credit card, the innkeeper may remove the guest from the inn because of non-payment.
Next, I will talk about right to control the inn. An innkeeper has control all over the hotel premises, including the hotel sold to the guests. An innkeeper can enter an occupied room at any time, although hotel employees do not usually do so, other than for routine housekeeping. An innkeeper also does not require a guest permission to enter a room. Thought as a matter of courtesy, hotel employees commonly request entry. Okay, now where the situations demands. I will tell you where the situations demands. An innkeeper can enter a room without the permission of the guest, regardless of whether the guest is present or absent. An innkeeper can end a guest stay in the event of non-payment or overstay, or remove a guest who behaves disruptively. And lastly, an innkeeper may also need to remove a guest to a hospitality in the event of accident or illness.
An innkeeper has a duty to provide reasonable food and drink at the request of the travelers. This duty is not absolute. The scope of duty for the innkeepers is various depending on the circumstances.
The RGA, Registration of Guests Act, imposes upon persons or companies that manage accommodation for reward the obligation to remain proper record of the guests. All innkeepers are required to record guest information. The record can be electronic and can be physical registration book. A register for information, RGA requires an innkeeper to record. An example contain the information that the RGA requires an innkeeper to record are name, address, occupation, sex and nationality of the guest. If a Malaysian guest, they need details of national identity card. While non-Malaysian guests, they need passport number. Other than that are date and time of departure, destination upon departure from the inn.
The third duties of an innkeeper is to provide services in a non-discriminatory manner. When we say a person is discriminated against, it means he is being treated less favorably due to his personal characteristics. It can be based on gender, color, race, ethnic, national origin, religion and beliefs, and many more. It is actually difficult to state what constitutes discriminatory treatment in the workplace or in education. So, it is generally agreed that, at the very least, an innkeeper should not discriminate against his guests on the ground of race, gender, or disability.
An innkeeper has a duty to provide accommodation without fair contract to any traveller who seek accommodation. An innkeeper can ascertain whether a traveller is in a fit state to receive and whether he is able to pay a reasonable sum for the room. Where such person is already a guest, the innkeeper has the right to remove him for the inn.
A traveler called at an inn at 2 a.m. after his vehicle had broke down. He asked for accommodation, but the innkeeper stated that all the rooms were occupied. The traveler asked the innkeeper if he could sleep in the public room, but the innkeeper refused. It was held that the innkeeper was entitled to refuse accommodation to the traveler as there was no room for him.